I think we should start by talking about this because it's fresh in our head.
It is fresh.
And
We'll
James
lose it in a
just
minute.
brought it up. We will.
Yeah.
No, it's the Mike in the Mountain. I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
We were just talking before we came on about Chadwick Boseman.
You're right.
Who 45 years old, 43 years old, passed away. Was it colon cancer?
Stage 4.
Yeah, it was colon cancer. He played the Black Panther, most renowned for that we knew. But just unreal when somebody that young, passes away. And it was one of those things that I had never heard he was even ill.
Right.
I think he kind of kept this to himself that he had been battling for, I think it was 4 years. That he'd been going through this, and then just unexpectedly, I think to anyone except maybe those who knew him or were very close to him, just sent a shockwave through everyone. But this guy, he was a hell of an actor, not just for the Black Panther, but I can remember him he played football legend Jim Brown. He also played, he was in the Jim Brown movie he also played James Brown, is what I'm thinking of with his biography picture. And he played Jackie Robinson in the movie 42. So he played a lot of these groundbreaking characters, and along with, of course, the ground that the Black Panther broke. But it really brings into mind, and this is something we try to do on the Mike in the Mountain, is try to get to some issues that maybe guys might be a little hesitant to get into. And we want to focus a little bit on men's health.
Oh, yeah.
Because we talk about mental health a lot. And neither of us are shy to say that it's something that we battle and that it's real and we go at. And we try to take the curtain off of that and let you know it's okay. Well, I want men to know that you need to do preventative medicine. You need to do preventative care, because so often as guys, we wait until something's about to fall off or that it's gone too far.
Hopefully not fall off, but I see
you know what I'm saying?
Point.
We're not ones who will easily say, hey, there's something wrong, we need to do something.
Right.
Get yourself checked. If you get to that certain age, have your colonoscopy. I mean, do that. I've done one. Have you ever done a colonoscopy?
Yeah.
It's not a pretty process.
No, it's more your morals and value. It's the whole thought of the process and how they do it that just don't.
What, you drink a gallon of this? Yeah. I mean, it's this huge gallon of Go Juice.
Go Juice.
Go Juice is what it is.
It's Go Juice.
But I'm sitting on the crapper. I'm pounding my jug of Go Juice, and I'm just waiting for my stomach to make the dial-up modem sound that it's going to make after
the old school.
That whole thing. But as I'm sitting there waiting for my download, I'm reading.
It sounds like computery.
It is.
I'm very impressed
because I said it sounded like a modem.
Yeah, I'm very impressed.
But I'm reading the jug that says no refills. And
Thank
I'm thinking,
God.
who the hell would do that? Who's going through that and goes, I'd love to do that again just for giggles.
Yeah.
No, but things come out of you that you had no idea you had. That piece of chewing gum you swallowed when you were 5 that Mom said would always be there.
It showed up.
It was there.
Yeah, it was there. It really does stick with you for that long. I thought it was all made up.
I thought I had taken the comic off the piece of bazooka, but that was still in there too. That was... But in all seriousness, guys, get yourselves checked out. Don't wait until it's too late. Do preventative care. You've got a lot to live for, not just you, but your family, your loved ones, all those. You need to take care of you and be the best you can. Because as you can see, somebody as young and healthy and as together as Chadwick could be hit by that. It
here's
can
a
happen
cool
to
thing.
anything.
James talking about how nobody knew this.
No.
And, I didn't know him as well as you do, or, I haven't read up on it. I haven't watched. Up on the mountain, I don't get very good signal.
I understand, yes.
And so I haven't kept up. I can tell you what the Beaver did last year and the deer the year before. But Chadwick, I can respect this. And what I'm getting to is the social media side. I really want to talk about this because right now it's used as a huge outlet for judgment. Man, people are just letting it flow. And I get that. I get there's frustration and built up. But you got a cat like this, man, that didn't even let anybody know. Nobody knew about this. It was just bam in there. And for him to have done everything that he did, that I'm hearing from you and James, man, and not talk anything about this, I got nothing but respect for that cat, man. And I would just urge folks, and myself included. I mean, I'm not a big social media. I get scared to death if somebody comments something on a video.
Right.
You and I panic, and James talks us off the ledge. Somebody said something bad, like your hair's out of style or something like that, and that's. Speaking of which, I'm having a bad hair day today.
I just went with the forget it.
Yeah, forget it. Let it flow.
Yes.
But we gotta refrain from blowing up on people and this goes right with our wildlife stuff. Educate, understand, respect one another. Come on, man.
No, we try to preach this in a world where most people put up a post on Facebook saying they have the sniffles and looking for some sympathy.
Right.
Man, what a day I'm having. My day's crap already. And I'm going, it's 8 a.m. How can you throw in the towel already?
Dude, and who's got time to do it like 5 times a day?
To tell you an update on their depression?
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Holy cow, man. I'm like seriously worried about some of these people. Like, put your phone down.
You know what? Okay. Let's get this venting part out.
Yes,
because I'm hearing it all the time that people are, I just can't wait for 2020 to end. We got to throw 2020 away.
Right.
Forget about 2020. And I'm like, look, dude, if there's one year you need to remember, it's this year.
Buddy. Yeah,
if there's one year that you were meant to learn something from,
come on now.
It's this year. This was not a year to throw away.
Right.
This was a year to grow and learn. And if you're missing that, you are missing it.
It's going to shape our tomorrow.
Oh, there's no question. So don't throw 2020 away. It's been ugly and it's been all that. But if it's just been ugly and we learn nothing from it,
right,
that's a travesty.
Right.
But if we get a little something from it,
yeah,
and that's what I've gotten out of this. And again, we try to stay away from politics a little bit, but let me just tell you this.
Go ahead and throw it in.
We got 500 million people in this country.
Yes, we do.
And we make a decision of who's going to lead it. Can't we come up with more than 2 choices? That's what
seriously. Come on, man.
I'm just saying,
yeah,
okay?
No, I'm with you on that.
Because if you don't like one, you're accused of loving the other. And look, I'm not left and I ain't right. I'm right in the middle.
Right.
All right. I am straight down the middle where nobody seems to be right now, or at least according to the press and the candidates. But it's either one or the other. I think when you have 500 million people, shouldn't you have at least a dozen to 20 choices
at
of
least,
who it should be? Not just this guy or that guy.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah.
So write in Steve Rinella, the meat eater.
Yes.
Steve.
Vote Steve.
That's it. Okay, you might miss the vegan vote.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, and there's a lot of them out there, and God love you.
Yeah,
God love you.
absolutely.
I ain't judging you just because you kill more bugs than I kill wildlife. But sorry, where'd I go with that? I love you for it. I love my lettuce too.
But here's my frustration in the whole thing. This is the last thing I'm going to do on politics. But it seems like it's all changed from when I was younger and into it. Because it used to be, it seemed like you ran as a Republican or Democrat, and then you got elected. And if you were elected, then it was your job to represent all of the people who are underneath, not just the party that you represented to get in.
Right.
You run as a party, but once you get in, you're representing everybody.
Right.
And it seems like that has gotten lost, that the party stays stronger than the people you oversee.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And I would like to see, listen, I'm the president. I don't know if y'all knew that, but up on the mountain, I'm the president. And listen, I
remember that caucus.
I listen to the beaver, to the squirrels, to the woodpecker, the elk, the bear. I understand that there's got to be balance, but I listen to each one of them and understand what they need, how many of them need to be in an area. I tell some, listen, you got to move over to the next area. We're getting a little overpopulated here. And also let them know that, hey, listen, you did this yourself. There was too many of you in here and you ended up getting diseased. I tried to tell you. So as the president up on the mountain, understanding morals, ethics, and values, where is that in the two-legged wildlife? Again, I can't help the two-legged. I am the president up on the mountain. And I can't wait after this. I'm heading back because I got stuff to do.
You got some more campaigning to do up there?
I got some more campaigning. All right. I'm running against Well, no, I'm
Who
not
are you running
I'm
against?
not-
That's what I want.
It's me.
What are you?
It's me.
Unopposed.
Right.
You're unopposed. That's it. But I tell you, them mountains are going to come to life for us soon because
come on.
the changing in the weather is happening.
Come
Now, we're
on.
still hotter than hell for the most part.
Oh,
but
baby. The
our
vest
nights,
is working.
you can feel
Oh.
it. Here in Colorado, we can feel our nights dip about 5 to 7 degrees. They get into the lower 50s and the upper 40s now.
It's beautiful.
When you can feel that change coming, and nothing brings me
I'm
to
ready.
life more than the upcoming fall.
Yep.
When everything starts to die, I come to life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was just talking to a badger up on the mountain.
Oh, you were?
And he's starting to pull in his winter pelt. He says it's going to be a good one this year. So, me and Badge, we was talking it over before I came down off the mountain. And, they're starting to notice, and they're starting to grow. They're starting to put on the coats.
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of, let's get to this where we just came from, because normally we
let's talk
get
about this.
together and we start a little earlier than we did today, but we actually went out on a job already early this morning. We're setting up to do something that people never get to do. And
You're
that's
right.
we're looking at taking care of a beaver population relocation
Right.
within the city.
We're pulling them out of the city, putting them on a refuge. I love this, man, because here's an opportunity for those people, especially in the state of Colorado, that judge me and my trucks. Listen, my truck's been paintballed. They wrote animal killer on the side of it. They've egged my truck. It's these people. Listen, I ain't even upset with them. I'm really not, because they don't understand. And this is giving us the opportunity, and everywhere we're going, I finally get it. I've been doing it one client at a time. I'm not going to win. We've got to educate through this and the other outlets that we have that we're going to start utilizing to educate the general public on how to take care of their urban wildlife so that I don't have to come out and take care of it. Now, there's going to be situations that I do, but this is going to help people understand that not only do I follow that Genesis 9:3, I've given you all the sea and earth-bearing plants and animals to use, but I'm not wasting them. I'm utilizing these animals. This otter was a black lab killer. There were 5 of them. They killed a black lab in a river. The alligator on the back. We found the remains of the poodle inside from down in Florida. I mean, I utilize these animals, and they ate well. I mean, there was a henna poodle in the gator meat, but that's okay. It was like spice, you know.
You keep trying to make a pillow out of my poodle,
I'm
so
gonna
stop
make
this.
a pillow out of your poodle.
Okay.
But this is a good message, man. Listen, we do what we have to do, but yes, we are going in. We're going to live trap these beaver, and we're going to relocate them to a refuge where they will thrive, and they're needed. They're needed on this refuge. So what an opportunity that we get to get utilized with our reputation and who we are to be able to take advantage of this opportunity and keep these beaver alive.
No, it's very exciting.
It's cool,
Very
man.
exciting to be given this opportunity and just to see it go down.
Oh.
Like we put the boat in the water, this
Yeah.
morning and,
Yep.
and getting ready. But
Prepping.
very exciting. We're going to have much more on that because this is something that's rarely done. So we're really excited to be a part of it.
Now, are we going to have some pics or maybe some sneak peeks we can put in one of the websites, James?
Oh, yeah, no, with Cisco MWE here, we're going to launch here on the utmost level here, hitting a Mars. We'll definitely have that.
So people can
relocation.
check this out. People will
Oh,
be
yes.
able to go into Cisco MWE and check out what we're doing with the beaver relocation.
We'll have a whole
program.
blog article and all that stuff on this whole process, and it'll be almost like a step-by-step thing as we go on, because I assume this is not going to be an overnight thing.
Right,
So
right.
we'll definitely...
Bear with us.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that some people have to understand, patience with Mother Nature.
Well, we're trying to learn patience too, but
Yeah.
but bookmark that now. Just get it ready. Cisco MWE, Cisco MWE, and the MWE stands for
Modern Wildlife Education.
exactly. So just get ready for that. We are launching that, and it is going to be a great asset for you. I want to bring up one more thing about urban wildlife. Because we saw something, I don't know if we can talk about this, but I'm going to anyway.
Lay it on us.
And you can edit out
Yo,
if you want to.
beep.
Yeah, exactly. But we had to go take care of a situation where a deer had gotten tangled in a soccer net.
Yep.
All right. Now, this is in the city where people are playing soccer. They've got the net set up. This deer just running, doing his thing, got his head caught up in the net and choked himself out.
Right.
Which was just horrible to see.
Right.
I mean,
it was
really
a yearling. It was a young deer.
It was a young deer, and it was sad to see. But what it made me think of is, why in the hell are we leaving those nets up? Now, it's a question I have. I see the soccer fields all over the place. If I could have my way, when you're done with the soccer, take down the net.
Or just tip the net over. Yeah. That's a good point.
Just something along those lines.
There's something that can definitely be done there. I mean, what's the odds of that happening?
No, I've never seen it before, but it made me realize that it wouldn't be that hard to prevent either.
Well, now, wait a minute. You're stepping into something with two-legged wildlife.
Oh, good point. Okay.
Prevention?
Okay.
What does that mean to two-legged wildlife? No, we react. We don't prevent, we react.
No, this is true.
Yeah, I get, but no, good point, man. We do see things like that. It's unfortunate with wildlife as we continue to grow and grow. We were just talking about this morning. We went by what used to be a beautiful cornfield, and it is now laced with Caterpillar equipment, pipes going in. It's going to be a subdivision, and I'm not judging. We need more, but. It's really hard on me as the president of the wildlife on the mountain.
Yes.
It's really hard on me to see that happening, man.
No, it is. It definitely is sad. It broke my heart to see that. But if there's anything you can do, if you're running soccer fields or whatnot, if you can tip them nets over afterwards, just do it. Just something to think about.
Sure.
I had the pleasure again this weekend. Scott did another family outing. Let me just
second
tell
one
you,
like in 3 years,
dude.
It was cool.
Turned into Ward Cleaver. You have been taking the family out on these excursions. How did the Beaver enjoy it?
Well, let me tell you, I was missed. I was sorely missed on the mountain.
No, I meant leave it to Beaver. Like you were taking it was like the family thing. But you've turned into this Brady Bunch kind of guy who's like, "What is up? This is a couple weekends in a row."
I actually baited a hook. I legit the line was just falling off the reel, but I did put the bait on the hook.
How'd that feel,
bro? I unbelievable.
Yeah,
man. I've been missing. And what's really cool is I got to talk with a good buddy of mine named Mark. We were on the shore and we were talking. He was actually giving an example of his buddy that had got caught up in the world, and if there was anything good come out of 2020 and COVID. Was people stayed home. There are dogs that were rejoicing. I heard it through the wildlife vein.
They were.
Dogs were rejoicing like, oh my gosh, you're home every day and I get to get walked every day and play ball every day. And there were the kids too. I mean, but the dogs, I understand them better. But no, man, it was really cool, man. We took up our bounce house. Or our jumping jack.
That's what we saw this thing parked up front that said jumping jack, and James immediately thought you had bought a bouncy house. And
I'm like,
we couldn't
dude, what do you
wait to
guys
get in
think of my new piece here, man? And James like, how big a bounce house you got to have to haul in a trailer like that?
I did think of it. I wouldn't put it past you either. We wanted to get in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. No, it was fun, man. It was really fun. Got to hang out with a bunch of family and it was awesome, dude. Much needed. And I've missed it. I've been slaving away at this wildlife and I don't regret any of it because everything I've done thus far with trappers, with friends, with the associations that I was affiliated with, it's all been education for me. It was all like going to school. And now doing what I'm doing and doing what we're doing as the Three Amigos, man, we got to help people understand what's going on. I am the ambassador. They allowed me to come off the mountain, to come down here and do this, and I still don't understand any of this stuff, but it's we're doing it.
Oh,
we're doing it.
No, most definitely. While you were gone, I was playing Chicken Man, where Scott left me. I get to, when Scott goes, I get to take care of the chickens and his dogs. All right, so we came out, and I got to tell you, your chickens are getting smart. Let me lay on what happened while you were gone. All right.
Well, they're laying on finally.
No, here's the thing. Okay, we went out to check on the chickens and give them some water.
Right.
And I don't know if anyone else does this when you go to see if the chickens got eggs. When you see that there are a couple, Do you like sneak them when it's because you don't want them to see you taking them?
I used
You
to
see, because
feel-
I was like, Kyla, distract the chickens. I'm going to grab the eggs. You know, because I grab them because I see them looking at me, and I swear I heard a couple of them whispering to each other this, hey, Daryl.
I hope there's not a Daryl in there.
It's like a chicken named Sue.
Yeah, a chicken named Sue.
Hey, Delara. You know, for as many eggs as we've been laying, there ought to be more of us. So I think they're catching on that something's happening to
I
the
get
little
a different
ones.
message. I get a different message. I get the message. Thank God he's getting that out of here. Does he have any idea what it felt like coming out?
I can't believe I named it Daryl.
It threw me off because I thought,
Wait a minute. Daryl Hannah, she was an actress. She was in Splash. She's the one who played the mermaid in that years ago in the
like
1980s.
1960s?
80s.
Oh, 80s.
All right, I'm only going like 30
I'm off
some
the
years
mountain,
back.
man.
All right, I understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was an actress. Her name was Daryl, so it could have been one named Daryl. Anyway, your chickens have gotten smart. That's why. That's
Right.
all I'm saying.
Well, I'm a little concerned that you're out there conversating, listening to what Daryl is saying. That's. I mean, I knew there were voices.
Well, it was surprising to hear a male voice. I think that's what grabbed me. That was
It
probably
totally would have grabbed you. Yeah, I don't know whose coop you were in.
But that was the excitement of the weekend, though. My wife and I get left alone. My daughter and my grandkids take off to go and do some stuff. So it's just me and the wife, and I'm thinking brown chicken, brown cow. You know, I'm thinking this.
I let you watch the farm for one weekend.
I know. That's it. Just looking around for your bouncy house. So I got all these things in mind. And I'm going, hey, honey, the kids are gone. Everyone's gone. We got the house to ourselves. What do you think? She goes, oh, nap.
Huh?
Yeah, that's where we're at. So that's, let me just say, you think Colorado's in a drought.
I may be new at this, Brian.
yes, you are. You are.
But as a friend of yours, I feel like I have to say tread lightly, my friend, I guess. I don't know. It's just,
Hey, let me tell you, as a guy who's 34 years into this, screw you. No,
It don't matter.
I've tread every way possible. I've tiptoed, I've stomped, I've
yeah.
done it all. The footwork has nothing to do with
No,
it.
and she totally knows it's coming. She totally reads through that.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. So
not
you're-
my wife, though, Jackie.
wait a
baby.
minute. Are you trying to tell me that you're not in a drought?
So how
Are
about
things
them Broncos?
rainy around here?
How about them
Oh, that's
Broncos?
what Tumbleweeds are going to roll by the set right by here. That's it.
Scott, tread lightly, my friend.
Yes, I'm trying, James. I'm trying.
Hey, no, you got another big chance this weekend coming up is Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, Labor Day
so,
weekend, yeah.
extra long weekend. You could spend some more time with the
stay
family.
home. Don't go to the lake. Don't go
That's-
camping
that's-
because everybody else is.
Ain't that the truth? So my wife said, we should go
Right.
to the lake this weekend. I said, no. No. If there was any weekend I ain't going,
All right.
it'd be this one coming up right now.
No, and I get the calls that go, man, can you believe how many bear are up in the mountains? Like, yeah, but it's because there's too many people up in the mountains. It's not the food source is everywhere because, again, that prevention thing with two-legged wildlife, I'll get the garbage in the morning, or I'm too drunk, I can't get to the garbage from the son of a bitch. You know, yeah. Because don't go to the mountains. Stay
Just
home.
felt like I
Just
was
stay
at home.
Right.
That was interesting. Hey, I like to share when I do something stupid. No, this was
Yes, you do.
This was not a
And it's
dumbass
good.
husband move of the week or anything. This was just something I'd never done before. Now, the other day, you guys were with me. We were out at the dairy doing some work out there. Who every time we show up there, it ends up being sit down. We're making lunch, and Scott's like, "I guess we got time."
God love them.
No, that's a wonderful thing about what we do. We get to encounter such wonderful people who actually, invite us to stick around. But we had stuck around, done the lunch, and then as we're driving off, I got my phone underneath my man business. All right, I'm
Not on
sitting-
purpose.
it's just
it was
we're
just.
riding in the truck, and I've got to keep the phone at hand at all time. You never know when you're going to need to film
Well, there's
something.
not much room in the Toyota.
No, there's not, but you never know when you're going to film something. So I've just got it handy, and I've got it underneath my stuff there. And we're riding along, and all of a sudden, I can see my phone going off, and I pick it up, and it's face dialed.
Right.
And here, I'd already answered it, so it was too late to not answer.
You're right.
You know, which
Yeah,
I do
you're-
most of the time. And I'm like, nah, not right now. And I look down, and it's a FaceTime, and it's Jeremy. And it's like, God, I haven't talked to Jeremy in years.
Right,
You know, weird
right.
that he's FaceTiming, but it's too late. I've already answered it. So I'm just looking down. You guys are there. I look to Jeremy. Hey, what's going on, bro? Long time
And
no
I totally
talk.
thought the dude called you.
Well, he did. I'm looking down. He had FaceTimed me, so we're having this conversation, and it's like, well, nice to catch up. You know,
Right,
I've been
right.
said I'll give you a call when I got some more time. We're looking for this and this kind of critter, and I hung up, and wow, that was weird. I said, sorry guys. Normally I'd never answer a call, but somehow I did. And then I looked down again and went, wait a minute, that was an outgoing call. That was not. I nut dialed him. I nut dialed.
totally
I butt
did.
dialed people.
Well,
but
how
I
long was
nut
the
dialed
dude
him.
down there looking out going,
Yeah,
Brian!
that's exactly.
Brian! Get me out of here!
His view was horrible. So I nut dialed Jeremy.
Yes, you did.
Who I'm thinking it's really weird for Jeremy to FaceTime me. I haven't talked to him forever, and
Right.
he's got to be thinking now even weirder. What the hell is Brian Gary doing calling me FaceTime?
Right, because you had like no agenda whatsoever.
None, because I had
'Cause
no
you're
intention of
thinking he's
calling him. I thought
calling
he
me.
called me. So now Jeremy's sitting at home in Arizona going, wow, I wonder what was up with Brian. FaceTime me the other day. That was really weird. So Jeremy, it was great to visit with you and see you and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm
Jeremy,
glad
nice
you
to
could meet the
you.
boys.
Dude,
Yeah,
I was digging the beard, bro.
but I
Keep
didn't
it
call
rocking.
you. It was my nuts. You've been nut dialed. That's going to be a new thing.
Oh my God! Speaking of dialing,
Yeah.
so I got a question for you.
Oh, no.
I got a little bit of concern.
Oh, no.
You know, when I come down off the mountain, I hear this whole. You know, when I'm down here, I want to protect the homestead, and I'm thinking if the police are being defunded, and I call 911 and I get the doo, this number is no longer in service. Does that mean I have to dial 811 before I dig the hole? I don't know. I'm asking. This is a legit question because, as y'all know, on my gate, man, I got a couple of signs that forewarn everybody. But I want to do the right thing, and if I dial 911 and get to boo boo boo, this number is no longer collect. Do I need to dial 811 before I dig the hole?
That's. Here's my thought, Scott. What I would do is I would call 811 first, and I would pre-dig some holes.
Oh no, I have.
Oh, okay.
I have, but I'm worried they're going to get filled up quick at the rate things are going.
Thank you for asking that, though.
It was a legit question.
It was a legit.
I mean, up on the mountain, I don't run into these kind of problems, but down here, things seem to be a little wishy-washy, and everybody's really on edge, and kind of emotional.
Just a skosh.
It's just a legit question. I don't know.
No, it's a good question.
Yeah.
Hey, I got asked a nice question this weekend on a completely other note. I had some friends come over. They recently got engaged, and they're going to get married next year. And had them come over, and we threw a little Mexican dinner for them as a celebration
Right.
for their engagement, right? Well, they come over, and they bring me a bottle of Peach Crown Royal, which made me very happy. And
Oh, yeah.
they said, no, you open it up. And I opened up the bottle, and here on the bottle, it said, it asked me if I would be the officiant for their wedding.
Right.
So I get to conduct their wedding
Yeah.
when they get married,
Dude,
which
that
is
is so
really,
cool.
really cool.
That was legit. You
I've
sent
done-
a picture, man, and the way it was.
Oh, it
I mean,
it
seriously,
made me
how'd they
cry.
do that?
It made me cry that these two people who I
Wow.
love dearly, who are going to join as one,
Got some respect.
asked me to be the one who gets to unite them, which really gets me excited. And many don't know this, including you didn't, that
No, right.
I am a licensed minister.
In which,
I can conduct these ceremonies. I've done a lot of funerals.
right.
You know, it's a little different vibe, I
right,
think.
yeah.
I'm going to try to bring a little
Ish.
different energy
yeah.
to this
Yeah.
one. But, you know, I'm going to point out you're all going to end up in the same place.
Yeah.
You know, so that's...
And we're trying to help, James,
Hey,
and not
before-
to bomb this.
No, before I got married,
Oh.
the day of my wedding, as we're waiting for everything, my dad took me for a drive out to the cemetery. Just
no, he
me and,
didn't.
Just me and Dad. Dad drives me out there. He parks. He says, "Well, son, this is where it all ends. You're taking your first step there today."
No way.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
It was a
that's
beautiful
awesome,
moment.
man.
It was.
Oh,
It was.
my
So thank
gosh.
you, Dad. Not there yet, but enjoying the ride so far. Hey, let's get to the. I'll quickly hit the artist T-shirt of the week. I've gone with Guns N' Roses
Guns N'
today.
Come
A little
on,
GNR.
man.
Now I got to know: are you or were you a Guns N' Roses fan?
Oh, heck yeah, man. That was a big hair band. That's what, I mean, I was more into I was a little bit of everything. You remember back in the day, you were either prep or a stoner, or, you remember that?
Yes.
Well, happened to be a stoner.
Yes.
I mean, I
Duh.
bet you never knew that.
No, I would have never guessed
I know.
profiling.
Yeah, no. So I was.
I, of course, was in the Glee Club.
Can
Okay, so I was
you
with.
beep the beep out of this?
Yeah,
Because
no.
I'm fixing to let him.
Okay, I was in Scott's truck. Go
Yes,
ahead.
you
Okay.
were, yeah.
All right, you were saying.
No, you were actually buying from me.
I don't.
I was part of
Some
the
things never
fundraising. Yeah. So where were we?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was officiating an otter wedding, and I had to make sure that I didn't wear this vest because
This all
the gator
started
teeth.
with. How did
and-
that go from Guns N' Roses? Dude?
Oh yeah, Guns N'
That's
Roses.
where we were.
Back
Yeah.
to- see,
see, you were
big
back
hair,
in the day.
big
that
hair.
was it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
apparently
of course,
tried your product too much and don't remember what we were talking about.
No, yeah. No. But my wife Jackie, she was into the Poison and Bret Michaels and
My first radio
Blah,
interview
blah, blah.
ever. First guy I ever interviewed on the radio was Bret Michaels.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
That
They
is
had
like my
just
wife's
come out.
heart throb. Matter of fact, you've seen in the back room.
I have seen the
we've got
cutout of
Brett,
Brett,
the cutout.
yeah.
And I went all out and I got her on the tour bus with him. I had to drag her ass out of there, kicking, fighting, and screaming. But yeah, it was really cool. Cool cat, man. Really cool. Just a little bitty guy.
Well, he was my first interview, but I remember I was working at a radio station in Bismarck, North Dakota, called Y93, and I was also working at a record and head shop.
No.
All right, where we were selling records, and of course, we didn't sell paraphernalia, but if you came in and asked if we had a selection of flower vases,
You're right.
then we could show you what was there. It's true, you had to use the code.
Did I ever tell you about the hot dog stand in front of Home Depot?
Probably not.
Yeah, let's don't talk about it.
Okay, anywho,
Yeah.
that's where our overnight, the guy who was working overnight said, I just found the new Great American Rock and Roll Band. And
That's when they first come out?
yeah, and
No
he
way.
said it's Guns N' Roses. And I said, oh, their album just came into the record store. And the album cover grabbed me.
record store.
Yeah, I was working
You
in
know,
the
a lot
record
of people
store.
ain't really going to understand.
I know, but there was.
I mean, some will.
There was a time where it was the hangout,
Oh,
and it was the
buddy.
cool place
Yeah.
to be. And if you worked in the record store, it was like you were in the band.
Mm.
That's what they thought in the town, man. That was it. So I worked in the record store, so I was really cool. And I
Oh, yeah.
remember Guns N' Roses hitting, and I was working at a radio station too.
Oh.
Record store,
Dude,
radio
you were
station.
it, baby.
I was the man on
Dude,
the Silver
you were the
Mountain.
hottie, man. I
That
mean,
was-
the chicks had to been all up,
Oh,
all
mix
over
that
that.
with this.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, anywho.
Oh, dude, you were
Guns
a
N'
beast.
Roses comes out, and I hear it, and I was like, damn, you are right, but this will never play on the radio.
Really?
Within a month,
Yeah. Oh,
boom!
man.
All of a sudden, we're playing Paradise City, and
Paradise City.
Welcome to the Jungle gets on, and all that. And it was that energy, that greasiness, and it was to me like the Rolling Stones and Aerosmith had a baby and had a band called Guns N' Roses.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it had all that
Metal's
I love.
edge, man.
Izzy and Duff, and and Axl and Slash and all these.
Right.
It was Steven was the other guy, and it was this was my band. I dug it.
Right.
So, and I remember they were touring through. They had just come out with the Use Your Illusion albums. They came out with 2 albums at once, and they were playing down at what was then McNichols Arena in Denver.
I remember that.
Okay, and it was them and Skid Row. Skid Row was opening up for Guns N' Roses, and me and my buddy Dan, I was, again, back then dressing about 350 or plus.
Dressing.
Yeah.
When you say that, man, I mean, you're talking to a hunter here. Like, I dress out critters.
Yeah.
And when you say dress, I somehow going to...
Pictured me on your back,
Dressing
with my
you
head
out.
over your shoulder,
Yeah.
coming down off the
Yeah.
mountain. Yeah.
We're going to eat good, boys.
Yes, you are going to eat good. We got fat. We're going to live.
We're going to render this.
That's we can make soap. And I think it'll...
Brian
I think
Gary,
we
so
can
coming
float
soon to you.
We can float 6 of us in this. All right. But anyway, we're at the show, and I got my buddy Dan with me, who we played football together in high school.
Right.
And he had moved down to Denver, and this was the first time we had hooked up since high school.
Right.
We met to go to this Guns N' Roses concert. And this was a guy who I ran with in high school. We both dressed as pregnant women to go to a dance. And he got pulled over by the cops, and I had to get out and do the stupid human
Right.
tricks wearing a dress. So...
Oh,
But anyway, so
gosh.
he's a big boy. He's like 6'5", and he's dressing out about 280, but solid.
Holy Hannah.
And we bought 4 tickets for the 2 of us so we could just have space to enjoy
No
the
way.
show. Yeah. So we get there, we watch Skid Row, they finish, and all right, Guns N' Roses, man. We're sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. About an hour and a half has gone by in between.
Wow.
We're still waiting. And then some dude comes and flops himself into one of the seats in between us. And said, excuse me, we bought these seats. Yeah, you using them? Screw you, I'm going to sit here, man. It's a concert. I want this seat. We said, look, man, we bought these seats. Again, I'm going to tell you one last time you need to move.
Right,
and then
right.
Dan, big dude, said,
Massive petite.
excuse me, you have 3 seconds to get out of the seat or I will throw you down to the
See,
next
that's
level.
fun.
That's it.
That's
so the
fun.
dude's like, screw you. 2, 3. Dan picks this
No, he
dude
did
up.
not.
Oh, he flung him down the section. Dude went rolling down the stairs. That was
Oh, my
it. We
gosh,
got our
man.
seats back, but that's
Dude,
it.
I
We
love
waited
that.
another hour and a half.
What was the deal?
3 hours after Skid
you
Row played,
serious?
Guns N' Roses hit the stage at about 11:30. It was
What?
that's what they were known for. Axl Rose was
Oh, they
just an
did it on purpose.
a-hole.
Really?
He was this as they were going through it, and this is why they ran into trouble and they ended up hitting all the funk they did was because they
Right.
treated people like crap and they did this
Right,
to
right, right.
fans.
Sure,
And you wait 3 hours for a band, you
Yeah,
better
that
be
ain't right.
damn good. And they were good, but they
Right.
weren't good enough
That
to
good
stay
enough.
that late for
Well,
it.
you talk about the funk. I mean, you had to be enjoying the incense that they burn at them kind of concerts.
They
That's some
burned.
funky smelling.
It was
That's some funky, skunky.
But I got to see the original guys
Off
out
the
there,
hook.
and I did see that show.
Was that
I
like
didn't
their
see-
first tour?
No, it was Use Your Illusion, so it was several
okay,
albums
okay.
in. It was
Okay.
a couple albums
All right.
into them, but it was towards. They didn't tour much more after that, and
Right.
the band kind of fell apart because the rest of the guys got tired of waiting 3 hours for Axl to
Yeah.
decide it was time to go on. But
Right, right.
Still loved the band, still
yeah.
loved the music,
Killer
and they
tunes.
reunited, and they were going to be down at Dick's Sporting Goods Field this summer. We had tickets for it. We're going to go down because it was the
way.
original guys all back together.
Really?
And we have to wait another year for that. But be sure to check out at our website, The Mike and the Mountain. I'll put up a little bit of Guns N' Roses. I'll pick a couple of my favorite videos to throw up there. And I have original album covers. They came out with an original album cover for Appetite for Destruction. Then it was deemed too violent and they had to come out with the other one. I've got both album covers and I'll put up those
That would
pictures
be
on the
interesting to
website
look
too.
at. What was too violent then? Because
Exactly.
now,
Huh?
I mean, they got rid of Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show because Wile E. Coyote was using TNT on the Roadrunner. and that was too violent. I don't understand what violent means anymore in the dictionary because I'm watching. I mean, Fortnite. Let's talk about what they're doing in Fortnite.
It's no.
I mean,
We tried that.
we
We tried
did.
to talk about. I tried to understand. I went downstairs and tried to watch my grandkids play it.
Yeah.
Because I thought, look, you sit and watch other people play this forever. I'm going
Right.
to find some redeeming quality out of this. No.
And
No,
yeah,
I didn't
Thick
get it.
Penny has already been pushed aside by my kids by Groot. Groot? What's a Groot?
I am Groot.
I am Groot. Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel.
Okay.
No, I dig Groot. And a great story about that. This is
Wait,
one of my
yeah,
favorites.
what
There
do you-
was no.
What do you got on Groot?
There was a teacher who gave an assignment to their class where each kid had to take on the role of a superhero and write what they would do to try to make the world better.
Okay, I
All
get
right,
that.
which is a great
That's
idea.
Legit. That's legit.
It's a wonderful idea. Kids love superheroes. So this one kid picked Groot. And his whole report was, I am Groot. That's all he wrote. And the teacher gave him a passing grade. Because that's all that's
a
creative.
smart kid.
That was a really smart kid.
That's totally something I would have tried to pull out, but I couldn't have I mean, I just run around saying, "Luke, I am your father."
That's
because
I am Groot. No, we need 500 words. I am very, 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 very.
Groot. Yeah,
Try that.
I love that, man.
No,
That's
I thought
awesome.
that was pretty cute. It was, but
That reminded me of a teacher I had in high school for current issues. Man, every day when I'd make it to class, because I was a busy man, dude.
Yeah, I
Getting
understand.
into my
You were a businessman, too.
Yes,
Yeah.
my entrepreneurial skills were really kicking in high school, and I
understand.
started becoming wealthy in high school. But when I would show up, man, he'd always look at me, and this little sawed-off Greek man always look at me. You decided to show up to class today, you zero? I mean, that would, and nowadays, boy, you wouldn't dare call a student a zero. But I started like getting in the rhythm of that. I was zero.
you were zero.
I was zero. I thought I was thinking it was a compliment. His facial kind of didn't.
So that
express
type
that.
of school experience led you to where you are now.
Well, yes,
Where
it
I
did.
had the teacher pull me out of class, bring me into another classroom, smash me up against the lockers, and said, "Brian, you are the biggest smartass I've ever had in my class." And I said,
Dude.
"Mr. Dunn, thank you. I try to be the best at
What
what,
a
I
blessing.
do."
What a
Which didn't
blessing.
go up- Yeah.
Yeah.
So I ruled that too.
No, I actually had teachers that were part of my entrepreneurial
Oh, wow.
business.
Damn, there you go. Hey.
They would participate in helping me.
They didn't
with
call it
my-
high school for nothing.
No, they didn't.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's your business model. Hey, it worked for Jay-Z.
Yeah. No, you didn't just go there.
But hey,
Oh, snap.
thanks for hanging with us as usual. We never know how we're going to wrap or start.
No.
But I do know it's got to end sometime. That's it. But thanks for checking out the Mike in the Mountain. This is honestly the most fun we have all week is
Oh,
getting
my
to get
gosh.
together and play and hang out with you. And thank you for being with us. Be sure to check out the website, The Mike in the Mountain. You can get all of our past episodes there. And
Do you think they would want to see more of this? I mean, we do this once a week, but I mean, is this something people would watch
if you
twice
want
a
it
week?
more than once a week, comment below.
Seriously.
All right. If you say yes, we would like this more than once a week, we will do it
Let's
more
do
than
it.
once a week. All right. I'll throw that out there. I'm willing to work 2 days
Let's-
a week. All right. So if we.
We do have a business plan, and it's not where I started out in the world.
No, we do. But if we get enough comments, I don't know if I'm putting a number on it or what, but
Right.
if we get
I'm
enough
curious.
comments, if people want more, we'll give them more. I'm always under the feeling, and my parents taught me this, to leave before they want you to.
Right?
I've always tried to leaving people wanting a little more. I always did that on stage, on the air, everything.
Yeah.
At least that's what I thought. People right now are shaking their head going, no, y'all stayed too long.
Yeah.
That's it. But if you would like more, we'll give you more.
I'm curious,
Just
man.
comment below and just say, give us more Mike in the Mountain, and we'll amp this up. I got no problem with
Dude,
that.
that'd be...
One
listen,
day a week wears me out, but I can do a little bit more. I'm
I don't
willing
know
to
why
give.
we got as many people as we do watching it.
We got a lot of family. We
Yes,
got a lot
we
of
do.
family.
Yes,
That's
we
it.
do.
And all of it. Since you went up and started working the mountain on all the badgers and beavers and everything else, and now that they are able to listen to podcasts,
They know where the enter button
put
is.
Wi-Fi up there. That was
Yeah,
good work.
yeah.
Thanks, James, for
Yeah,
getting the
yeah.
Wi-Fi in the mountain.
Speaking of which, Kelly, we do apologize for the last episode. Scott was a little crazy. I just want to get that out there, just because I saw your comment. We apologize.
All right.
No, Kelly. No.
Until next time, I'm Brian Gary.
Scott Cisco.
It's the Mike in the Mountain. Check out
Love
our
you.
website and get ready. Cisco MWE is coming your way.
Dude, that's going to be cool. I can't wait to see that, the Beaver relocate. I am really stoked about that.
No, we got a lot of great stuff coming. It didn't just happen now.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's going to be a while for you, honey.